We're going to talk about pricing, and you're probably going to be stunned at what you haven't been accounting for. By the end of this video, you're going to learn how to calculate your minimum rate. You're going to learn how to charge without it costing your life. We're going to work with math and not our feelings. There are typically three things that keep people broke within the perinatal space. One, trying to be the most affordable option. Two, getting business advice from someone who has no business giving it. Three, feeling guilty for the rate you even have and dropping the discounts as soon as someone shows hesitation. Pick one of them, pick three of them, pick one that's not even on the list. You still end up in the same spot, broke, burnt out, and angry at your circumstance. But in the mindfulness world, we talk about this all the time, and that is choice. And you have a choice. I know a doula right now, one of the most amazing, inspiring women in my life, and she makes $10,000 a birth. Yes, seriously, $10,000 a birth. Now, does she have the decades and the years of experience to back that? Absolutely. But I also know a doula who made 80K last year with 2 years of experience. She was able to take care of herself and her family. You're probably wondering, how did they get there? It's simple math. Not magic, not luck, not some fancy, huge Instagram following. Math. All right, here's how it works. Cue the whiteboard. I'm just kidding. It's not that heavy. Step one, we need to figure out how much it costs a month for you to live. Not to save, to live. Everything that I'm thinking of is rent, gas, bills, utility, insurance, health insurance, transportation if you don't have a car, phone. Basically, all the basic things a human needs to survive. And maybe you have other humans that you're supporting or fur babies. Regardless, this number has to get figured out. I want you to pause right now and write them all down. You could even look at your last 90 days of bank statements. Notice the things that are recurring that come out that you absolutely have to spend your money on. Pause if you didn't pause already and do that right now. You're back. Awesome. Let's imagine that it costs $5,000 for you to survive off of. Two, you need to figure out how much it actually costs you to run your business. And that includes everything from liability insurance, continuing education, your website, your email platform, backup, or just in general childcare in case you need someone to just be able to watch your little ones or your fur babies, gas to get to your clients or transportation to get to your clients, and certifications that you plan on renewing this year. For things that you're billed with annually, you can break those up into 12 equal parts and add that just to be your additional monthly cost. Pause the video, again, look at your bank statements and look at the recurring invoices that you have to pay in order to run your business. Let's just assume it's $1,000. We're gonna add these two up, and that equals $6,000 a month it costs for us to just be at base level, be at the bare minimum. Now that we've figured out how much it costs for us to literally just survive and to maintain our business, we need to figure out how many clients can we realistically serve a month. I want you to think about this from a perspective of not when it's perfect, not when you have all the energy in the world. I want you to think of this from a perspective of you have just done 2 months of 4 births. You are emotionally drained, you are tired, you're frustrated, and you're like, I know I need to pay my bills, but I cannot do 4 births. Figure out what your minimum number is. If that's 0, then you can't make any money, so at least do 1. But let's assume that at the bare minimum, you can manage 2 births a month. When you're not operating at 100%, you're operating at like 30 to 50%. Knowing that, we're going to divide the 6,000 by 2. That means that it costs, on average, $3,000 per birth. That's the bare minimum it takes for you to pay for your business and pay for yourself to just function. That's the bare minimum, but there's some numbers and hours that we're not accounting for with these numbers right here. That's what we're going to go over next. Change. When you actually start counting everything, including the hidden cost, you then start thinking about how many hours did it take for you to drive to and from your client? How many hours did you stay up late at night researching specific situations that your clients were in so you could better serve them? How many hours did you spend on continuing education? How many hours did you spend before or after meeting with your client so that you could emotionally regulate yourself or just come back to the now present moment? How many times did you carry the emotional load for the family even when your laptop was closed? These are the hidden hours that we don't think about. These hours are not free. They are costing you. Whether it's forcing your body to have to serve 5 clients a month just to be able to pay your bills when you could only realistically handle 2 to 3 births a month. And that is probably why your rate looks amazing on paper or digitally. In reality, you feel like the world is crumbling all around you. You're probably going, oh my gosh, this is literally too much doom and gloom, Morel. I don't want to deal with this. You don't have to. Like we always talk about in mindfulness, we have a choice. And today you can choose that this doesn't have to be a reality. Because you want to know something interesting? Math is fixable. Here's how we fix the math. Run the formula that we just did. Look at those bank statements, add it all up. You know what your rate is. Now count all the hidden hours that you spend on every single client. That's going to allow you to figure out how many clients you can actually take when you're not always at 100% and you might be feeling drained or low, whether that's from work or from your personal life. From figuring out all these numbers, look at your current packages or the current rates that you're going for and how much you actually make per month. If there's a gap, this is probably the reason you might be feeling broke, burnt out, or just plain old tired. We can make the choice to reframe all the things that we've just been talking about. I want you to notice that we didn't talk about an hourly rate. We're not trying to calculate what your time is worth to you because the work that you do isn't hourly. Yes, it helps us to figure out where the time and the energy is going to, but you're not charging for your time and you never were. You are charging for you, the experience that you give. That could be supporting families through the most vulnerable moments of their lives, or being the only calm or advocate in the room for someone, or for the words you knew to say when no one else did. You have invested in yourself, invested in continuing your education and certifying yourself. You have spent countless hours. This includes everything from sitting in births in the middle of the night, going for free while you were studying, or having the understanding of bereavement and holding space for the families that you support, and the skill of knowing when to speak and when not to. This is not an hourly service or product. This is a body of work, and bodies of work get paid. Do the math tonight before you even go to bed. Let me know what your number reveals to you. What do you notice within your body, within your heart, within your mind, emotions, thoughts, when you find out the real cost of what it takes for you to sustain yourself and to sustain your business? Because you are not alone in this and you are not stuck. You can make the choice today to change the trajectory of your business and your life. I know that there's some of you out there probably getting frustrated. Like there are people that I want to help that can't afford the rate that I'd have to charge. How do I make sure that they're not left all alone without someone to support them? And I hear you and I agree with that because that's something that I constantly think about, are how are ways that I can support you in being able to serve people and opening the doors for more people to be cared for during the birthing experience. And in the next video after this one, I'm going to be showing you ways that you can support clients who can't afford your bill and doing it while also not going broke yourself, because there is a way to do this. So subscribe so that you can be the first one notified in what I end up sharing. And if you want to know everything, all the ins and outs of being able to run your business from a marketing and a sales perspective, I have a course available right now. And for founding members, you can get this course for $197 just using the code FOUNDER, which you can also see a link and the code in the description below. If you're wondering, I don't know you, I don't know all the things that you have to offer, you only have a little bit of content out, don't worry, because I have 2 of my lessons out for free to preview so that you can see my teaching style and you can see if it's what you need. But that's something for you to decide. Even if you don't buy the course, even if you don't come here again, I hope that this starts a conversation within yourself to be able to support your business and your life. And with that, I hope we talk soon. Oh, and please do drop me a comment below sharing the journey and what you learned from this video within your own practice in your own life. I love hearing things from other people and would love to continue this conversation and build a community.